Hey, everybody. Those of you that were watching the Horror Syndicate Discourse, thank you very much. I just got finished with that show, and I'm here now doing my nightly, daily, whatever. I'm Razor or Ray. Most of you know me as Ray, and that's cool. Anyway, you can find me here or hit the subscribe button on my personal page, Rage of Razor on YouTube. There's also a Rage of Razor Facebook page. If you please go like that, I'm like closing in on 800 fucking likes. I'd love to get to 1,000 at some point. I've had it since 2015. Come on! I've got 1,800 friends. Let's get that page liked. Anyway, today I'm going to talk about Kickstarters that I've already backed this year. There's two in particular. Well, only two, and I just want to kind of share the love a little bit for my buddies that are out there trying to get their comics funded. And I want to hear about Kickstarters that you may know about that are currently running. I'm talking about comic book Kickstarters because movies I generally don't back very often. Probably because most of the time I don't see the return. Yeah, there's about 4 or 5 movies I've backed for 30 or $40. Have not seen the movie and it's been over 2 years. So I'm not backing movies anymore unless it's somebody like Vince DeSanti from that did Never Hike Alone. I'll definitely back him, but I'm still waiting for physical copies for a bunch of movies, and that's bullshit. So, except for Justin Seaman, I know what's going on with his movie. Anyway, so I want to talk a little bit about a book called Omni. Um, I'm excited to get this book when it gets funded, and it needs your help to get funded. I'll show it on the screen here. Um, Let me see. It should be up. Yeah, right there. Nobody's watching, so that's cool. But anyway, Omni is 16 days left, so just a little bit over 2 weeks. He's got 1635, so he's got less than $900 to go to get this bad boy funded. Um, what is Omni? In a world without heroes, devoid of hope, a god amongst men rises from the shadows of war to unleash righteous justice on all who suppress the weak and weary. It's not easy to fight evil, especially when the world fears the very man they've called upon to protect it. In this pulse pounding limited series, Floyd Miller, beleaguered comic book enthusiast, must find the fortitude to thwart the world's greatest foes after being bestowed abilities beyond anyone's wildest dreams. So it's a 20 plus page book. There's a video.
Friends say it looks too much like a rip on Superman.
Okay. I heard about that. People saying it looks like a rip on Superman. Any hero who flies, people are gonna say it's a rip on Superman, which is garbage. Don't listen to that bullshit. Anyway, just create what you create. Elsie Holt, as you can see, he wrote this. He had. Did he write Your Next VHS 2? I don't know what he had to do with those, but this is his first foray into comics. James Sims, this is the man. He is the artist, and he's a great dude. Check out his works. He's done some stuff, a couple things for me that I'll share along shortly, just out of the kindness of his heart, which I really appreciate. But here's some preview pages. I think he did all the art and the colors. And you can see he's got kind of a throwback to the 90s art style here. Kind of reminds me of old Image days a little bit. I'm digging I can't wait to see this book. Can't wait to see it to come to life. And it needs your help. He's at 1635 with just over 2 weeks ago. I love that cover also, by the way. So I might have to change. I did change my. I can't because I got the early bird special, and I kind of want to keep that. But different kinds of rewards. You can get the cover. There's different backer goals. So yeah, that's one thing I hope gets unlocked, which it did. 50 backers gets the. I'm a sucker for cards, trading cards. Bookmark. We do it by money. By the way, I'll make the not an announcement, but I'll talk about it in a minute. So check this out if you get the chance. If you can help him out. He's sitting at 1635 at the moment, and 16 days left. So I'm sure he'll make his goal. Let's help him get it sooner than later. He's a good dude with actually I can leave the link in the comments here. That way, oh god, I just realized I didn't turn my comments on. So if anybody has commented, I don't know. I give me 1 second, I'll turn my comments on. I always forget to do that, but I don't think anybody has commented yet. So I want to hear from you people. Tell me what's going on with you for 2021, as far as if you're a Kickstarter guy or whatever. If you're doing Kickstarters, I want to know what they are, when they're coming, what you got planned. I'll share some of my plans for the year as well, because I do have a lot of stuff I want to do this year. I made the claim, or whatever you want to call it, that if I don't do what I want to do this year, I might just back out of comics. That's not bullshit. I'm not even joking. And again, here's the link. It's in the comments. I think it's in the description as well. I'm gonna tag James. Yeah, it's in the description. I'm gonna tag James in this so he can check it out. But check it out, man. James is a good dude. He's in the unfortunate club that I'm in, widower. So you gotta help guys out like us out. We're good dudes, and we just we deserve some help. The next project I want to kind of touch on is somebody who I've worked with once before, and I'm going to be working with again. Not this book. This is not me. It's hold on. Who is anybody who's watching? It says 4 people are watching. Be known. Let me know who you are. Anyway, John Rhodes, he hired me last year to write a comic that I revealed the covers for. This is called Fat Girl. I'm not gonna lie, I hate the title. He was gonna call it Fangirl, and I think that was way better because she's like a fan of all these superheroes in his universe. But she's using, I guess, the Fat Girl name as a badge of honor. That's not her. But he funded this in like 30 hours or something, maybe even less. He's got 38 days to go. I know John's got a personal goal for this one, and I think he'll get there. But he's got already digging into stretch goals. I only backed it for $10 because that's all I wanted to do. Look at that ass! Woo! There she is. There's the main character, and she, like I said, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. She wears that name like a badge of honor. I've shown this before. Pretty cool design, pretty decent art, pretty good colors. The covers are a couple of variant covers. I know there's some nudie covers and some sexy. Yeah, there you go. Because John Rhodes loves nude girls. Sorry, John, if you see this. Yeah, I like that. That's a cool cover. That's really cool. A lot of cool stuff. Here's all the different rewards. Just check it out if you're into comics. If you like naked women covers, do that. I think he does sketch covers as well. Yeah, there's the nude variant for $25. Actually, I want to see how many people back that. Can I see that? Because usually you can, 19 backers. Let's see. How many people backed the $25 nude variant? Here it is. 5. Okay, I expected more. Oh, the nude, so 8. So only 8 pervs so far. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with the pervs. I'm a perv. Yeah, most of the backers generally, I see with my experience with Operation Eclipse and Stellar Odyssey, we see a lot of digital backers. You got to get really, you can get the whole Hyperverse universe for $60. It's not a bad deal. A lot of what's up, dude? Hey, Jay. Yeah, I think Fangirl is a way better title. Unfortunately, fortunately, it's John's. So, yeah. So yeah, it's available. Get out there, check it out. I've backed both of those. Those are only 2 I've backed so far. I've seen a couple other projects, but people are really starting to ask way too much for a single issue. Like I saw one that looked really cool, and it was $15 for the single issue plus shipping. That's crazy. And then it was a number 2 in the second issue to get both 1 and 2. It was like $30. I'm like, what the fuck are people thinking? These are comic books. They're I mean, I expect a little bit more for Kickstarter, but shit, man, $30 for 2 comics? Get the fuck out of here. And it wasn't a titty comic either. So anyway, I want to know what people have planned. If you're watching, please comment in the comments below what your plans are for Kickstarters if you're a creator. I can tell you right now that Dragonfly is coming to Kickstarter February 2nd. And I'm going to head over to the Unparalleled Facebook page and show off the Facebook page stuff. If you give me just a second. Brian Hawkins, Flafeo Rodriguez, and created by Jason Sloan. Titties! I love titties, but not in my comics. All right, let's do the screen share again. So yeah, Dragonfly is coming February 2nd, so that's pretty exciting to me. A lot of people were expecting this back in, I think, July, but can I make this full screen? Yeah, let's do that. But we ended up going with another comic instead, Stellar Odyssey #2, because we already had kind of an audience going for that one. Geez, all this stuff. You see me and Jay talking, blah, blah, blah. All right, so there's some, Jay posted some stuff today, like, I think this is some concept work from Flavio of the main character, Dominic, and the other main character. I can't remember her name offhand. If they're not my characters, I just don't remember. Kana. And then, there we go. Dragonfly. And there's the cover for issue 1, and there's the announcement. Dragonfly will take flight February 2nd. So yeah, we'll be sharing a lot of stuff. We're going to do some videos. We're going to try to get Brian to do some videos with us for our Kickstarter campaign coming up, and it's going to be a lot of fun. As you can see, I wrote "Gonna be fun." Mark Field says "Can't wait." So it's going to be a good time. Good time to follow Unparalleled Comics is now. You can. I did. Oh, sorry, Jay. I didn't want to disclose that. But you can follow Unparalleled Comics on Facebook now. We have a Twitter. It's Unparalleled Now, at Unparalleled Now, I should say. And then there is the YouTube channel. Just find Unparalleled Comics on YouTube and have some fun making comics. We talked last night, Jay and I, about what we plan on getting out this year. And I won't go too far into it, but I will say Operation Eclipse #2, which is about halfway done. We had a little bit of a holiday break type of situation going on, and but Rolly's back at work to get that done, and we hope to have that out as soon as we can. It's looking good. But #3, if everything goes as planned up to now, #3 will start funding on Kickstarter on May 25th. And you know what May 25th is? It's my birthday. We should fund on that day. If we don't, I consider it a failure. I had a roast beef sandwich earlier. So anyway, that's what's going on. I needed to do a live show today, so I wanted to talk about some Kickstarter stuff. Check out Omni. It looks like it's going to be a good book. I wanted to share that image that James Sims did for me. I don't remember if it's on the Kickstarter, on the Unparalleled page, or if it's on my own personal page. Give me a second. Damn it. It's in the Dropbox. I know that. I'll just look there. So how's everybody doing tonight? Tuesday night, January 12th. Kind of a nice day out today. Yeah, 2020. I got to go through I wanted to do there's the guy. Flavio is in the house. What's up, dude? I want to go through my 2020 list of the comics that I've gotten and kind of go through and be like, oh, which one's my favorite? I don't even know what would be my favorite. It's an interesting thing to even think about. Probably Operation Eclipse #1. I'm just saying. It was a cool thing happened to me the other day. My son I went upstairs to see what he was doing, and he was reading Operation Eclipse #1. I was like, "What are you doing, man?" And he's like, "Oh, just reading a cool comic by one of the best comic book writers of all time, Ray Merrick." I'm like, "Oh, thanks, you turd, liar." But thanks. I thought that was pretty cool. It's I mean, he doesn't really. I don't know. I mean, he's just being supportive and all that jazz, and that's great. But I know I'm not one of the greatest yet. Yet it could be. It could be. Damn it. This is not what I'm talking about, but this is cool. There's a chibi eclipse done by David Jackson, and there's a stinger also that he did that I'm going to pull up in a second. I love these. I need more because eclipse looks just fun and going to be good stickers. Bam, there she is. She's a badass. I can't reveal too much about the character because she's going to pop up. Oh, good show. She's going to pop up in issue 2, and that's not really a spoiler because she's on the damn cover of issue 2. And the Jay did a variant. Actually, I don't know that we showed the variant off too much, Jay. Since you're here watching, I'll throw that on the screen too. Oh, here's one of the things that James Sims did for me that I really like. This is the first thing. They did something called Indie-tober in October, and it was draw a character, like they had to pick the character every day, and James Sims did this one. And like, Jesus, that's striking. And then he put colors on it, which I don't think I have that saved actually. It might be on my phone, because my ass saves everything on my phone. But I really, really, really love that. And I really appreciate that he did that. But he did a stinger piece that I'm gonna have to look for because I don't have it in the Dropbox anywhere, that I'm absolutely in love with, because it's just, I don't know. I think I really like the character a lot, is what it is. So let's see. I'm on my Facebook. So I'm really excited to get my comics off the ground, and I love it whenever I see new art come in from my characters. Like Flavio did a piece last year for me that actually, here's that colored version of that James Sims piece. Um, Flavio did a really cool piece for me after the Kickstarter had funded that I really ended up loving quite a bit, and I could bring that up too. I could do share screen, but I don't like the way it looks. Screen share, I mean. What the hell? Yeah, I did this unprepared, kind of. A little bit prepared, a little bit unprepared. So there's some hiccups. Hiccups. Trying to show off that cover. Here it is. Actually, we decided to go with a different color for the title, but it's not in there. Let's see. This right here. Still badass. That's the cover Jay did. We changed the oops, I gotta get rid of that. We changed the font color to red, though, I do believe, for the final cover, or for the final idea. Actually, I don't know. This was for Indiegogo, so I don't know if that's ever going to come to life. Now that I think about it, yeah. So I don't know if that's ever going to. We have that's going to be a pinup for sure, because we did for the Kickstarter. We did, this was the hidden pinup, so that'll be there. But it probably won't be a cover now that I think about it. So Jay just said that. We tried to do an Indiegogo because a lot of people are going Kickstarter than Indiegogo uh, for after their Kickstarter to get extra money if they can. And we tried that, and it didn't. I guess it didn't work out. We didn't really pay much attention to it either. You got to really kind of pay close attention to these Kickstarters and Indiegogos, and yeah, it was rest time by that point. And you know, there's that piece Flavia did. Let me screen share. Flavio is currently hard at work on Dragonfly, and this is the piece he did after we funded. And just, it's great to work with people who just they're not only working with us, but they seem to be fans of what we're doing. And he just did this because he's an awesome dude. And like, I've gotten 3 pieces from him total, and I've liked every single one of them quite a bit. And one of them is actually like I'll say a lot of them are my favorite images for Eclipse because that's my character and I love them, you know. But Flavio did this one for the issue 1, which is going to eventually, I think it's going to be the variant for issue 3 or 4. Let me pull it up. It was a pinup for issue 1. Sorry, I got to go through all the folders. Where is it? There it is. And this is just badass. If this doesn't get you excited to back my comics, I don't know what would, because this is, if it fucking pulls up, pardon my language. No, don't pardon my language. It doesn't matter. My language is fine. This is badass. I mean, there's a couple of details in this that I just really love, like his shin guards and his boots and the bend of his cape. I really love that. But like, you see the only thing it's missing is the arch in the background. But I don't think at the time he did this, I don't think we knew that this was going to be St. Louis. Flavio, anytime you have a good idea, just go ahead and draw it up, man, because you've got a quite striking art style. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to Jay Sloan's Facebook page and show something Jay put up yesterday. It was from, I guess it's one of the interior panels of Dragonfly #1, again written by Brian Hawkins. Let me get there. Jay, you post way too much on Facebook. Kidding. All right. So let me God, doing all this can be a pain in the ass, but this is a badass panel. So if you're not familiar with Dragonfly, get familiar with Dragonfly, because hold on. He's a badass character. And Flavio, look at this. Look at this shit. Look, how badass is that? That is a great looking panel. That's a panel from the interior, if I'm not mistaken. It was a quick drawing. I would love to see how fast. I've seen some of your videos on Instagram, Flavio, and how fast you can do some stuff. And let me ask, this is an interior panel, right, from the inside of the book? Because this is freaking, yeah, this is amazing. I love this image. I saw that on Jay's page, and I was at work, and I was like, oh my God, is this a panel? That was my first reaction. Like, is this a panel? Because if this is a panel, this book's going to rock some ass. I've already seen the first couple pages, and then this, it's like, you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's badass. Flavio is got those strong. Whoops, wrong thing. Flavio's got these strong inks, man. That just look at that. This line work is just, it's unparalleled. Anyway, so Dragonfly's coming up on February 2nd, and if things keep going the way they should, May 25th we'll hit Operation Eclipse #3, and Stellar Odyssey #3. I always want to call it 4 for some reason. Will be coming in between Dragonfly and Operation Eclipse. Check out Omni on Kickstarter, currently funding, and #FatGirl. John should have, you chose the wrong name, buddy. We've talked about that. Also, where are her nipples? I don't see, you love putting nipples on everybody. I'll come back tomorrow with something. I don't know what I'll talk about. On Saturday, Seth and I at some point are going to talk about Superman 3. So that'll be fun. If anybody has anything they want me to talk about or whatever, just let me know. I'm 12 days in, and I'm already running out of things to talk about. Actually, I haven't talked about Attack of the Clones yet, so maybe I'll talk about Attack of the Clones tomorrow. I haven't decided what I want to do tomorrow. What is tomorrow? Wednesday? Yeah, I almost forgot to do this tonight, but we finished with the Horror Syndicate a little early, and I was like, hell, I should go live and do my live thing and talk about Kickstarter. Because a lot of us, well, actually, almost every single one of our the indie comic people, we have to rely on Kickstarter for the most part to help fund and pay for art for our projects, because everybody deserves to get paid. And not to mention, it pays for printing, and it helps to start building an audience. I know there are guys out there doing things on their own, and like a guy named Scott Weldon, he's Harlan Buck. He's done all that basically on his own. He's not gone to Kickstarter once, and that's great. But it's got to be harder to find an audience. And I know before pandemic, he was at stores and probably did cons, and that's hurt a lot of us too. So last year we had to rely on Kickstarter only instead of going to conventions, which, you get to meet people. Hopefully people buy your book, and we'll get back to that eventually, hopefully. But so this year, if you want to get my comics, get that Kickstarter account going, and back Operation Eclipse, back Stellar Odyssey, back Dragonfly, and on the other side, I wrote comics for another publishing house, Phantom Hawk, and the Crimson Guardians, which I believe is the name's being changed to the Crimson Paladin, maybe. I don't know. I co-created that with a guy named Nick Garber, and we're going to be seeing those number 2s come out sometime this year. So that'll be a lot of fun. It could be a big year for comics, not just for me, but for a lot of people. And there's a lot of good creators in the indie world right now. And, it's good times. Comics are fun. Comics are cool. I remember when comics weren't cool. Like when I was in high school, I got straight up made fun of by one of my best friends about my comics. I remember I was walking home looking at a comic, and somebody threw something at me out the window of a car. So that was the 90s. Now it's 2021, and comics are fucking cool. They've always been cool, in my opinion. And, my opinion's all that matters to me, really. Selfish. Anyway, I'm going to get going. You guys have a great night. Rest of your night. Have an even better Wednesday, because Wednesday is New Comic Book Day. I plan on going and getting that High Republic comic hopefully tomorrow, and my pull list is out of control, so I got to cut that down some more. I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. That might be my last trip to the shop for a while, because if I do this thing like I said on my Facebook about not going to work until things start to clear up with COVID and I really want to get past the Christmas cases that are happening right now, the Christmas surges they're calling it, and then there's the New Year's surge that will start probably next week. Once we get out of that and things start to get the numbers start dropping, because I'm really nervous about it. And honestly, there's nobody who could change my mind about the way I feel. My wife died in 2017, and I'm all these kids have left. If I get COVID, I may make it, but I also don't want to end up having some bullshit thing the rest of my life because of COVID. And I've been responsible. I wear a mask. I wash my hands constantly. So I'm all these kids have. They're not behind me. Reynolds is playing video games. Helene is watching the Book of Life right now. So I'm going to go spend some time with her. Not Reynolds, because he stinks. God, he's got BO. And check out Unparalleled Comics, please. Go like the Facebook page. Check out the YouTube channel. Go check out at Unparalleled Now on Twitter if you've got a Twitter. There's a Instagram as well. And check out Omni one more time. Omni number 1. 16 days left to fund. He's about a little less than 900 left to go. And then check out #FatGirl2 by John Rhodes. And that's funded. He'd like to get a lot more money, I'm sure. Wouldn't we all? And Dragonfly, February 2nd. Be there. Unparalleled, we're going to start putting up a lot of Dragonfly stuff, so check that out. Anyway, Jay and I will do some live streams coming up and during the Kickstarter, and we're going to try to get Mr. Hawkins to join us as well. Flavia, if you want to join, I'm sure we could figure out how to do that. That's all up to you. Have a great rest of your Tuesday, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Good night.